long as I don't have to hold them.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, wow.
Oh,
All
I
right.
love that shirt.
Yeah.
It's fish bones.
Oh, look at that. That's adorable.
Oh,
This is one of those UVA protective
oh,
shirts.
with the thumbs. Yeah, I love
Yes,
that.
and oh my God, just to have that alone. But they just finally came, and before I cancel the
Oh,
Van
yeah.
de Zaan,
Yeah.
before I cancel everything there, I got to order a couple more because what my kids said is these are just as good as the ones you pay $100 for.
Awesome.
Oh, I'm going to order one.
Yeah,
Cool.
$20 a piece right now. Shh, don't tell anybody.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
All right. Well, first of all, I just want to say that's great. Imelda yesterday had to go to the doctor. And apparently she went over the border to go to the doctor, which was awesome. And it was a lot cheaper than good old American medicine. And so
sweet,
I am
yeah.
happy to
Yeah.
hear things are okay. So there you go. Yeah.
Good, Imelda. Yeah.
What do I do with my phone?
All
Yeah,
right. So
we've
let's
been to
see.
the doctor a few times down there, and it was excellent service, and it was like $40.
Yeah, she said it was like she had all this stuff and it was $60. I mean,
Yeah.
Wow.
What could go wrong, you know? So
Yeah.
That's a great deal.
I'd have to have someone who could speak Espanol to go with me so that I would be able to
Most of
understand.
them have been to school in the States. A lot of them.
Oh,
So
really?
they're-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
So,
true.
hi, Bora Bora. Hi, Patrick, Imelda,
Wow.
CJ, J Cat Lady, Barbara Berkman, Barbara Nesper, and Garnet's here, and Annie Bear is here, and Sally's here. We got your dream, Sally. Ness, okay, put your question in about that. Linda Kennedy, and you can go on StreamYard. Okay, if you want. Yep.
Nice.
Put it in the chat, Teri, if you want.
Okay.
And we have Jen Bowles. I hope you're doing better, my dear. And Cheryl and Laura. And Charlie's here. Mary Starshine's here. Wow. White Dragon. Hi, Paul. Scott A. Oh, Scott, you're new here. Welcome. We're glad to have you here. And if you have a dream that you remember and you want to ask about it, please put it in the chat. That would be wonderful. Or you can just enjoy listening. That's fine. Suzanne. Hi, honey. It's nice to see you. And Kaylee Pogo, I can never say it. Pogo. Yeah. Who else?
It was Linda.
Oh, they're all bilingual, Imelda. Good. Donna O'Brien.
Linda.
Let's see. Swampy, Isabel, Carolyn, and Peter. Wow, everybody. It's nice to see you all.
Yeah.
Nice.
Linda De Gonzalez.
Oh.
And
Carolyn.
I did say Carolyn Peter.
Oh, you did? Oh, I just
So
saw
yes.
it.
So we're taking a poll. Do I look like a butch because she chopped my hair so much, or do I look more like Annie Lennox?
Let's go with Annie.
It's a little shorter than I've ever had it, and
I was going to say something before, but that's all right. It grows.
Yeah.
It's hair.
Yeah,
I love it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's too much.
It's a mix. That's okay. I came home and my husband said, "Ooh, yeah, you look a little, yeah," but it's okay. And I said, "Yep, it is very short. Yeah, it won't take very long."
Yeah. Right. Grow out in 10 days.
I know. I just need to make platinum hair and I'll look just like it. Oh, thanks, Paul. It is easier. Just easier. And all right. So I'm going to turn it over to Teri because she got a great dream in the mail from Sally. And so
from Sally.
Let's start out. Oh, thanks.
How did I miss that?
I think I sent it to you.
Yeah, you did.
Probably did, but it's been
you've been on the dream show, or you've been on the dream show.
like 3 shows today. This is number
show.
3, and I did an astrology reading today also. So.
Okay. Okay, Sally. This is Sally's dream. I was sitting somewhere overlooking the Atlantic Ocean near my childhood home. I was inside seated, looking out the window at the water. There was a jetty, and the tide was coming in. I saw my mother, who has passed, on the jetty. I think she may have been naked and was unable to move. I recognized she needed help as the water was rising. I thought my brother would help her, but when he arrived, he was a bloody mess as a result of being smashed in the face with a hammer. So it was up to me to get to my mom. I got down to the water as quickly as I could, but as she had already disappeared, she had gone under and was gone. That had to have been really disconcerting.
It
Sally.
was, yeah, it had to be. But you're the rescuer, Sally.
Yeah.
It's a rescue dream. Yeah.
Mhm.
Sally, did your mom have short, white hair, gray hair, curly? And it was like natural curly. It didn't look like it was something that she had permed. Because I just saw that flashing in front of me.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see. I assure we got a little time delay, so I'll.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
I'm trying to find it. Okay, here I am.
The water I get is emotion, and it's common with that. But I wonder if Sally, if you're going through if some childhood trauma isn't maybe resurfacing and you're doing some healing in your sleep and you're just kind of working through it. And what else did I wrote? I wrote down that your mom was obviously in a if she didn't have clothes on, she was in a vulnerable state, and you were trying to get her help and reaching out to your brother, and your brother couldn't do it. I wonder if you were the one that was the person in the family that kind of held the family together, and everybody went to you, and that feeling of lack of support, and anyway, I get that you're working through it, and that I got that it was healing for you, and I got closure, that this was going to bring you some closure. And then I also pulled this card, releasing old patterns. And so, that conditioning of feeling like you have to be the solid rock in the family, and you got to be the one to hold everything together, that, it's not your burden to carry anymore. That's what I got.
Yeah, that's cool, Sally.
And Sally, did you take care of your mom when she was passing? You were the youngest and tried to bring people together. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely deep emotions that under the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm wondering a lot of things because my mind has been on astrology all day. And there's something that you are regretting, but you're holding yourself responsible for far too much.
Yeah.
So give yourself some patience. Look at the water pouring in, right?
Yeah. That's beautiful.
And where you live, you have this fabulous sanctuary. So invite her in to your sanctuary.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
From the other side, right?
Yeah.
She certainly can join you where you are.
I'm guessing that you must have felt really emotional because you couldn't save her. Because when you got back, because you realized your brother couldn't do it and you had to take over, that she was gone and you didn't have the opportunity. Maybe you're thinking in some ways, I didn't have the opportunity to say everything I wanted or to do everything I wanted. I got balance first, and then I got transition, and she has passed. But look, here it is, the barrier, and it's water.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Can I show one more card? Because it wasn't until I moved the rising energy, which is that patience card.
Yep.
the strength. Look
Oh,
at the storm
yeah.
on the water, man.
Oh, that's
Absolutely.
beautiful.
Yeah.
That was so beautiful.
Right.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Do you want? Oh, you already went, didn't you, Kelly?
Yeah,
Or
she
did
did.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. So I'm getting all of the same too, that water and the emotions and everything. And, we do these soul contracts and kind of say, okay, I'm going to come in and I'm going to be your daughter. And these are the
Uh-huh.
situations that are going to arise. But you are the daughter, you are the child. And you had to take over being the parent. And that's a lot.
And how long ago did she pass?
I don't think it's been less than 10 years, right, Sally? And she took care of her for several
For
years. I
quite
think
a number of time. Yeah.
She
Yeah.
took care of her.
Yeah.
So combined with how long she's been gone and how long you took care of her, how many years has it been?
Oh, 18. Oh, wow.
Oh, you took care of her or she's been gone that long. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or a combination of the two?
Combination.
Sweetie pie, this is your draconic chart. So
Oh,
it's a
yes.
chart because we're at that 19 year, and this is where
wow.
you are revisiting what your soul's purpose is. Who's the next one you have to take care of? Because this is part of your soul's journey.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
Sanctuary.
Uh-huh.
Yes, yes. And
Oh,
that's what you do. 2006, you started to take care of her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, she'd been, I don't know if that,
Well,
or
21
she
years
passed then.
altogether, I think, is what
21 years altogether, but 18 years she took care of her. Okay.
which is still within that cusp and just turning.
It absolutely is. It absolutely
Absolutely.
is. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
And
Sally, it
maybe
is very interesting. So
it's time to take care of the self. You took care of mom but I'm confused about the brother smashing his face with a hammer. But then at the same time, I'm not, because you were the one that was more responsible for taking care of mom. So, yeah.
Yeah. It's like you were the parent in the situation for everybody. It kind of feels like, Sally.
Yeah.
And I've been there, done that. And it's like when you're in that situation, it's a lot that kind of slides out of you, all your energy. Anyway, I got listening.
Mm-hmm.
So she's listening to you. She's so proud of you. Being in nature, this is your land there. Also, gratitude. She has so much gratitude for you. I love. Sally and I are both taking this Annie Bonds course right now, and it's it's all about healing the inner child, but also healing what the birth parents, that relationship, and then healing the soul parents, and then healing the divine parents. And I think I think this is bringing this up, that you're pulling together all those little pieces of that beautiful little Sally and healing her.
Younger Sally, that's a riot. I was the youngest, and I was also the most responsible because the boys moved out of town, and there was just me. So I totally get it. Yeah.
So it also changes your sun sign when we do a draconic chart, because that's how you look at things when you get this reset. And the whole world is going through the reset when the North Node hits 0 degrees of Aries, which it just did on January 11th. So the whole world got this reset. Anyways, that's enough of astrology here right now. Sorry, guys.
No, I want to hear more about that draconian.
Yes, I have yours sitting on the bench, and Kelly, I got yours sitting on the desk also, and so yeah.
Sally says, "What sign has she changed in that chart? Do you know?"
Well, I don't know yet because I have to do the math. I have to do the math. So.
All right.
Oh, I love what I think it was Leah said, or Lauren said that.
She just adjusted to be in the Sagittarius.
Yeah, Lauren. Yeah. The brother being bloody from being hit in the head sounds like my brother. He was as supportive as he could be. It crushed his soul. Yeah, right? Sometimes some of us just rise to the occasion and we know what to do. It's just like we remember it. and
Yep.
others still like watch
Mhm.
and they're kind of shocked. So
Yeah. That's true.
yeah,
That's very true.
yeah, no judgment.
Wow.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. She said, I just adjusted to Sagittarius.
I
Well,
get it. But I tell you, Diana did some work with mine and it made so much sense with what's going on in my own life. And she hasn't even been able to delve into it completely.
right.
But wow. And I have a Capricorn rising sign, but I'm a Libra. But now in the Draconian, I'm a Capricorn. And what that lesson was amazing. It was just amazing. So
Right.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
excited. Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Well, you're an Aquarius. Kelly, I
Of
haven't
course.
looked at yours yet, but you're an Aquarius. You're no longer a Leo. you're
All
you're the
right.
sign across from you.
Uh-huh.
That makes almost makes more sense than Leo for me.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
a pretty strong Aquarius chart.
Interesting. Okay.
That's cool. That is
Yeah.
really cool.
It is.
So
we'll
cool.
we'll give me a couple of weeks to get a little better at this, or just to have things calm down. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Well, yeah,
There's
you're
a lot
busy.
going down. Yeah. Yeah.
So, Ness, you can go ahead and I put the link in the chat and you can come on in whenever you're ready.
She
yeah.
said she just needs about 5 minutes or something
Okay.
To get
That's fine.
get
Yep.
in
That's fine.
when we let
All
her
right.
know.
Well, we've got Barbara Bergman anyway, so we can start with Barbara.
And I think it was Barbara's birthday on Monday.
Happy
birthday, Barbara.
birthday.
Yeah, happy
Yeah.
birthday, Barbara.
And the
Mhm.
sun is now in Pisces, so happy birthday, everybody in Pisces.
Oh,
Oh,
all
wow.
right.
Birthday.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. All right. So in my dreams, there's always weird things happening in the sky. Oh, I wonder if she's going to end up being a light code reader.
Yeah.
Clouds take strange shapes and many different kinds of lights. That's okay. New to this, we're glad you're here. I'm glad you asked.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Clouds take strange shapes and many different kinds of lights. Sounds like a coder to me. Kelly, what do you say?
I think it sounds like a coder it's a coder too. And Barbara, I think, not are you getting like the codes and the keys in the clouds? If you're getting them in your dreams, but I think if you go outside, you're getting messages too, and are going to be able to see different messages through shapes of clouds and like if I go out, a lot of times I'll see the codes and keys right in the sky itself.
Yeah.
There's Ness.
But
I'm
what
just
did
bringing you
come
in,
from?
Ness. I love the color
Yeah.
of your hair. There you go.
I know.
Just,
She
it matches
always
you
looks
right. It
good.
happens to match.
Hello,
Hello,
Right.
everyone. Okay.
So, Kelly, tell Barbara what a coder is. She doesn't know what that is.
A coder is you have the ability to shift and code what is happening here on on this planet, and you play a major part of just helping heal and change the direction of how things are supposed to play out. And yeah, and so I do it in my sleep. Diana does it in her sleep, and sometimes they'll come across, you'll see them like as like barcodes, and like if I go outside, I'll see like codes and keys. It'll be like that too, like in the sky, it'll look like barcodes, and a lot of times then you're getting downloads too in order to do coding, like when you sleep.
And sometimes those codes send people on their mission to rescue souls that are trapped, that are trying to cross over, or just on a rescue mission of some sort or another, or being the participant in healing. And those codes are directions for the people who have to go off and do those things.
Yep.
And today, actually, on the show, some of the things that Sally had certainly resembled coding.
Uh-huh.
Mhm. Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like your photos, Sally. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it's very cool, and I'm seeing some. Chanel says, "I wish I could dream." Well, and I say, hang in there, because a lot of people started coming to this show that never remembered how any dreams, and eventually, boom, So
And I love how she phrases it. I love how she phrases it. I wish I could remember my dreams rather than I don't remember my dreams.
yeah,
Yay.
there's a possibility. Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Because then
Yeah.
you're
So
setting yourself up not to remember.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the cards I got, if am I interrupting?
No.
Okay. The cards I got, this is perfect. This is from the Starseed Oracle. You got star bathing. It's the light body crystal grid transmission activation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can we see it? It's beautiful. Does that kind of remind you of what you see up there?
Oh yeah, maybe.
And
Yeah.
then the rising energy is activated earth. And
Wow.
that is power places, ley lines, trust where you are led.
Mm-hmm.
And where you live, you could very well be on ley lines.
Oh, that's very true.
Which is going to bring in more of this energy.
Yeah. Well, I got the card Inspire, Barbara. And I think that, they're trying to inspire you to remember more about what it is you're doing. But the fact that you're doing it, maybe some days, though, you may wake up in the morning and be tired because you've been working all night. I used to do that during tax season. I used to be a tax preparer, and I do taxes all night long.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
You
In
live
your
near the
sleep.
woods and the water? Okay. All right. Well,
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
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 I pulled,
True that, Scott.
yeah, I like that, Scott. If they bend the light enough, then the cloaking is possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, there's there's coding in everything. It's all
Right.
it's all kind of a code. So the vibrations of it, the frequencies. So anyway, so here we are, looking very much like Durga Ma.
Yeah.
Courage. So have courage because you're coming into it, Barbara. It's like, and sometimes, and this also reminds me of the Chariot a little bit sometimes, because it's like people that are coming into their subtle senses right now are coming in so fast and so furious. It's just like, boom, you remember and these things. So it's really fast coming in. An energetic movement. So just go with the flow. Honey. Dance with it, Barbara.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. And she's doing a lot right now.
Right. And when you
Yeah.
step outside and you see those clouds, when you see 3 or 4 of them all in a row that are exactly the same, those are cloaking devices. Those are ships in there. And if you see a flat bottom cloud and the sun is shining everywhere, that's a spaceship. And it might even be a bigger landing device. And where is White Dragon through all of this conversation?
I'm sure he'll have something to say.
Yeah, he went to get popcorn, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Barbara, I got receive that you're receiving, and you got the bed there that you're getting the downloads, you're getting the codes and the keys in your sleep. And then lastly, somebody, I think Teri or one of you said to trust yourself. And again, just trust the information that you're getting, because there's so many times that we get this stuff and we just kind of poo-poo it like it's no big deal, but you're getting messages.
You are.
Downloads.
Val has something to say too. Hi, Val. It's good to see you. And Kevin Lewis is here, and so is Marina. It's wonderful to see all of you. I've been hearing frequency reader during many of my recent astrology readings that she's apparently. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and that makes perfect sense also, because Val, what are all those planets doing out there?
Right.
Vibrating.
That's right. You're absolutely right.
Everything in the universe has a frequency.
Yep.
I'm the metaverse. Right. Yeah.
I just have to throw this in, Diana, because this is so interesting. Scott says, my wife thinks I'm crazy. I talk to trees. I think aliens do exist. So Scott, you'll have to know Diana and I are doing a series on trees. So you'll have to
Right. And
Yeah.
and on the 20th, we'll be talking about elms, I think, right?
ash.
Ash. Sorry. Yes, ash.
The only reason
Yeah.
I remember is because of the crack I made about a hole in the ash tree. So
Yeah, right.
That's right. Yeah,
all right.
Oh my God. That's
I
so
love it.
funny.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh well, thanks, Charlie.
No,
No, you're not an
home,
oddball,
Scott.
Scott.
Nope.
No,
Yeah,
no. Not at all. You're welcome. Well, welcome to Ness, and thanks for waiting, Ness. And
Yes.
she's got
Yeah.
some questions or comments. I don't know what you want to ask. Something, I
Yeah,
guess.
for a moment I thought I was in the green room, and then I realized no, I.
That's all right. You didn't pick your nose, so you're okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question that's kind of this time before you dream. So I notice when it's late at night, kind of like midnight, and I'm working on something, and I might stay an extra hour or two later, like awake, because I'm in, I have concentration and flow. I start to get a lot of like downloads coming in, and it's interesting because my most sensitive period is right before I go to sleep and right before I wake up. Like the connection's really strong. So but then I noticed recently in just the twilight hours, when you're like the only one awake
Yeah.
and the house is quiet, and you might either be watching a TV show or you might be reading a book, but there's something about that time that's different than right before you go to bed, right before you wake up. That is very special. And I'm curious because I had this very interesting experience 2 nights ago where I felt I jumped into my future self, or my future self jumped into me, and I could feel what I was feeling, and I could see what I was thinking about things, which is like, so that version had a different perspective and a different set of emotions, and the time was different. I could tell. And so I'm curious about just this juicy space of being the only one awake, that
Yeah.
when most people are asleep around you, and how that can.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. So kind of that space in between, I'll do that first. That space in between darkness and light. A really spiritual place is called the gap. And it's the space in between. And that's when you're in presence. And so that's a really beautiful space because you're like between thoughts, between darkness and light. And it's where the creative mind really does come in, the universal mind. So it's that space. Also, late at night, you're present. I mean, you're in presence. You're just like, it's just you, right? Or that's what we think.
No, you really feel like you only exist, kind of thing, because you're not getting that many stimuli by other people.
Right.
Like the whole world is kind of quiet. It's kind of very,
and,
very interesting.
And again, you're kind of in that gap, but it's almost a different thing that you're really reaching out to that creative mind, the universal mind, and kind of in that witnessing awareness, I would say, or you might say at that time, or you can call it a lot of different things: Ananda, witnessing awareness, infinite potentiality. So anyway, that's what I.
Well, isn't that what the Buddhists have the bardo, which is the in between life and death, so to speak. So why wouldn't they have something equally as like that here on this side?
Yeah.
And Diana, go ahead, honey. I'm sorry.
No. We're all in this together, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So in this stillness, you're in this house with other creatures, be they adults, children, animals. So they're getting downloads in their dreams. That stillness is carrying over, and with all of your talents, you're maybe not reading their dreams, but following suit. And it is that veil thinning. You're entering the witching hour.
Yeah, I feel something when you say that because
Right?
everyone else is dialed in, so to speak, because they've
So-
let go by letting go of conscious, they become dialed in. There is something you can feel around
Well, the
that.
card I got first off was Dreaming Days,
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
right?
Wow. Yeah.
And some people might call it a daydream because you're still awake and you're conscious and you're working or
Yeah, and
If-
you know, I think you said days, but not days.
yes.
But it's interesting. Yeah.
And then this one is Golden Children, the inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. That ability that so many of us have is a rare gift because so many people ignore it or have been told there's no such thing or have been raised to believe that that's evil, stay away from it, because that stuff is still out there where people talk like that, right?
Yeah.
So you're the golden child who is recognizing these things where the others in the house with you might go, oh, here she goes again, you know?
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah. Wow.
Very interesting.
Beautiful.
Very interesting. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's it.
Kelly?
Anyone?
Well, let
Okay,
Kelly,
okay,
let
go ahead.
Kelly say what she'd like to say.
I pulled a card, or I pulled a couple cards, and I got Stellar Gateway Activation, and it says infinite potential manifestation vortex. And so I think it's a time where you can completely like surrender, and that it really is like a portal, a vortex, the veil thinning where stuff can come in. Because this was the other card I pulled, and it can you see it?
Oh, it's pretty.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It says
Oh, I can't read it. Okay.
the precious present of being in the moment.
Oh,
And
Wow.
you know, and
Golden
that's
child.
that's what you're
Yeah.
explaining. Yes, I
Yeah.
think. Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome.
so I think you're
Is
getting
it-
a lot of downloads in this time where it's just you don't have the activity around you, you don't have that the white noise, you don't have any of that, where it's just you're a conduit, you're an open vessel to let everything in, whether it's like a vortex or a portal or whatnot, but it really is kind of a divine time for you.
It
Okay.
is.
Okay.
What's his name? The German man. He wrote a book, Eckhart Tolle.
Eckhart. Yeah,
He wrote Stillness Speaks.
I have
Yeah.
it reading it at dinner tonight.
Okay. And
That's
it's not
so
very
funny.
big, but
No,
it's interesting. If you
Yeah, it's
if you're
easy to pick up and put back down, and
yeah.
yeah, it's
I
amazing.
think I gave that to my son for Christmas a couple years ago.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, stillness is quite powerful.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Well, and a Native American, what do you call it? Philosophy is say less, speak more.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm sorry, I said it back.
Yeah.
Speak less, speak more.
Yeah. Yeah. Ness, I'm really glad that you came and brought this, I think, to the attention of everybody.
Yeah.
And
Very
I love that idea of it being a juicy time. That
very,
was beautiful. Thank you.
very interesting. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, ladies.
Yeah.
Appreciate
All right.
it.
Thank you.
yeah. See you
And
later.
thanks, Valerie.
Love.
Yeah,
Ness
everybody
is
has some
doing,
good cards there.
Yeah, Ness is doing astrology readings now too.
She is.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
So Scott is being brave, and you can, and I'm so glad you put something up, and you have found your people. If my husband can think sometimes, or our husbands or kids or whatever can say, okay, there she goes again. But really, there is something to all of this, and you're opening up yourself to it. So you remembered you were flying through stars and slowed down and saw a set of doors.
Mhm.
Wow, you must have been astral traveling, Scott.
Portal time.
yeah.
Definitely went through a portal there.
Uh-huh. Those are the best. Flying dreams are the best dreams. If you can get a flying dream, there's nothing better than that. I don't think, with me, I'm either dreaming about some reason being in my neighbor's house when they're not there and they come home. And it's no neighbor I've ever been next to, no house I recognize, or I'm in a hotel. It's all temporary. It's like temporary. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always looking at new houses.
Oh, are you? Yeah.
Or dying this week. Every dream I'm dying. She died again.
Wow.
Pearls of wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I one time we bought a house and we were living on a lake and we bought another house like 7 miles away and we hadn't closed yet, but I dreamt, well, I teleported to the house and I remember seeing her laying in bed and I was kind of pissed. I'm like, what the heck are you doing in my house? And then I realized, oh my gosh, we haven't bought this house yet, and that they were still living there, and then boom, I woke up. But
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. That's interesting.
You were ready.
Yeah.
I
That's for
was.
sure. That's for
Yep.
sure. Diane, any cards for Scott?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Scott, first card that came up is forge ahead, don't follow. The
Mhm.
rest of the message on this card is pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. And then the other card is messenger. And this has a portal doorway with 2 hands extended to you. Sirius energy, the stars, bringing harmony and balance. And
Ooh.
so you're on this new journey. And look, you've come
Oh,
to see
yeah.
us, right?
Uh-huh.
With your extended arms. There is flying through the clouds and stars. Again, we have a portal situation right in the center.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And have some compassion for yourself. Give yourself time. You're going to go somewhere with this.
You're going to be able to go through those doors and check out what's on the other side eventually.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Teri?
And it could be like Linda said, it could be the Akashic records.
It could be the Akashic doors. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which, the Akashic records hold everything from the beginning of time about you and about everybody else. And there are readers. Yeah. And there are readers here that do that for past lives. So you may open up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you find out you were your own grandpa. As the song goes.
So I pulled nature. So that flying and being on your path.
Oh, yeah.
Like when we come down here to this planet, this isn't our true nature. Our true nature is out there in the universe.
Self-compassion.
Yeah. And prophet. So this is a lot like what you pulled, Diana. You are the prophet.
The prophet.
I mean, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's take a chance. Come on.
Yeah.
Dive into yourself. Compassion
Right.
for yourself. I'm glad that card came up and that you are able to say that and realize don't be so hard on yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to get downloads, Scott, and it's pick and choose what works for you in every situation.
Absolutely. And you can grow with each and every experience and see what you're led to, because there's a lot out there to explore. That's for sure. Yeah. So thank you. Kelly?
I got you're more powerful than you know, Scott. Yeah. And I got your intuition is increasing and request. And so I think if you want more of these dreams and more messages, just tell your angels and your guides when you go to sleep that you want to go on these journeys and you want more downloads and you want more information, because I get your intuition is increasing, and they said you're more powerful than you give yourself credit
because
for.
you are the creator.
Yeah.
Love it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. I have to bring this up. I just was thinking of it when Ness was here. I have that little dog, Caramel, that's 13 years old, and I know dogs dream, and I know they do. You can see their paws move or they make noise or whatever. But I've never had a dog that has had a nightmare before. And you guys had a dog with a nightmare before? Because she'll be fat. It will be the middle of the night, and she will get up off the bed, and she will sometimes jump or fall off the bed, and she'll go, and then I have to get up, and she's got her head arched back, and she's just bereft. It's
Oh my.
yeah.
My cats have nightmares.
Really?
They'll
Okay.
you know, like they're crying, like
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, making that noise, and the feet like they're trying to get away from something.
Okay.
Grizzly has strange moments, but then he does that same stuff when he's awake. So
Well, she does
hard
it.
to tell,
It's
you know,
very
you're like-
sad. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like she's stiff, like she's really stiff. And then I read somewhere you're not supposed to wake them up. And I thought, no, I have to wake her up. I can't have her in this torment.
well,
you know?
especially
Yeah.
if she's having a seizure.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Which could be very possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoops. Oh, it was CJ had a dog that growls in his sleep.
Yeah.
Oh,
And you know they're taking charge.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Protect her.
Hi,
Protect her.
Marilla. Anyway, thanks.
I'll
Yeah,
I'll pet Claire. Like if she's having a dream, I'll just kind of, you know, just comfort
pet
her
and
and
say it's
pet her.
okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And but it doesn't have to be. You've had dogs with bad dreams. I just don't get it. And sometimes, like, she's done it in a nap once, and she's done it like in the middle of the night. So anyway, hi everybody. It's nice to see you. Thanks,
Hi,
Yeah.
Brown.
Wanda. Oh, her bird has nightmares and wakes up flapping and squawking. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
Linda.
Wanda?
Oh, no.
Oh,
Huh.
Okay. All right.
Since
yeah.
since she
Yep, you
became
spaniel
ill
did.
or
Thanks,
before?
everybody. So it's not unusual.
The
I just,
budgies.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Groucho, she just did it actually. She'll like fall off her perch.
Oh no.
Bless her.
it's
Whoa,
almost
what do
like
you-
she's had
what
too
she
much to
did-
drink. Boing.
I
Yeah.
talked like a Spanish sailor when I first picked her up.
Oh, it's funny. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's move on. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate your feedback.
Mm.
Sandy Beach says, my mother passed on, oh, I'm so sorry. That's so recent. Much love to
Yeah.
you, Sandy Beach.
Yeah.
Ever since I keep dreaming of past loved ones in my dreams every night. What does this mean? Like 5 different loved ones. And are they all alive or deceased?
She said past loved ones.
Past. Right.
So I think they're all deceased, right?
Well, it could
Maybe.
be, yeah. I'm
I don't
thinking
know.
if the word past, if it was PASSED, I would say they passed. But if it's,
Oh, but
yeah, I don't know. So, okay. So Sandy Beach, is it people that are past on the other side that you're dreaming about? You might be just having a visitation with all these folks.
That's
Yeah,
that's what I get, and I got
Mom's
a
bringing them in.
revisit.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
got revisit that they're just they're
Oh,
coming
yes,
in.
they are past.
Mhm.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
especially since your mom just recently went over and was greeted by all of them.
Absolutely. They're saying
Yeah.
like, hey, we're glad you
They're like,
joined
come
us.
on back.
Come on by. We're gonna go say hi to your child now. I get freedom. They want you to know they are so free, and they can come and
Yes.
visit you in your dreams anytime.
That's
you want them.
beautiful.
Yeah. I got
Yeah.
awakened.
Oh yeah, yeah. There you go.
And so you're waking up to them being there.
Yes.
Mhm.
But they always come in. But they're kind of like when somebody leaves, then they'll come in and they'll have a big party. It's like a celebration on the other side.
hmm
So
Mhm.
they just want they want to take care of you too. They want to see
Sure.
you through thick.
And they know it's recent, and that you miss your mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and it was stepping away.
Uh
This
huh.
first card that came out. Of course, so
Mhm.
we'll represent this for your mom. And then came out the nature of the beast is for others to come to join her and greet her that are on the other side, her other family members. So this one is all
Uh huh.
fueled by passion. Their happiness to see her, to greet her, to make her feel comfortable and welcome,
Yeah.
and the passion that you have for all of your family.
Yes. And Rossi's right. They always seek out the people that won't think it's crazy.
Yep.
It's like
and
you
that are
could, you know,
open.
if you could say,
Yeah.
gee whiz, Aunt Imelda came into my life, you know, came into my dream last night and we went bowling. You know, my dad comes in and we watch movies and we chat. And I know he's been with me. When I wake up, it doesn't even matter what we talk about. It's not important. It's just that he wants to spend some time with me. So, yeah.
Sandy says every night.
Well, for right now. Yeah.
And if it's too much, Sandy,
Oh, no.
just tell him. Just
Yeah,
tell
tell him you
him
need
that.
some rest. No, they don't want to get you, honey. No.
No, no.
Yeah.
They're just visiting because But if it's too much, just tell them that you guys. How about like a once a week visit?
Oh, yeah, yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
Tell him to come all over for tea on a certain day. Yeah. Oh, look at that baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any cards at all for Sandy Beach or
Oh,
I got revisit.
revisit? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think Teri, I think it was you that just, yeah.
I thought I did. So I got synchronicity. So this is your family circling the wagons and taking care of you, honey.
And
I
mom.
love that. Oh,
Yeah, they want to make sure that you're okay. When my dad died and my stepmom died, it was like everybody came in the house and like before the phone would ring, they'd all start whispering, Teri, Teri, Teri. And before the doorbell would ring, they'd be like, Teri, Teri, Teri. And I was like, okay.
Uh-huh. If
But-
you're receptive, they'll come. But like everybody says, if you're tired, you have to say, okay, can I dream about like cotton candy tonight or something? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
that's a great idea. Hi, Jenny.
That you need a night off.
Yeah.
They just love you so much, Sandy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mhm.
Taking care of their baby.
They are.
Jenny,
All right.
Jenny. Why don't you
I
take
know
my-
Jenny's here. It's great to see you.
Yay.
Oh, so cute.
Ah. All right. We have Isabel. I keep dreaming with my mother's. You're dreaming with are you with your mother's body? And it always tries to communicate any meaning. It's very disturbing. Is mom not like to me, whenever I have a dream about a dead person, they're like not dead. They're like alive. I don't know. So are you seeing her just as a body or is she communicating with you?
She passed in 1985.
Right. That's a long time. 40 years ago. Yeah. Uh-huh. All right.
So you're in her body.
Yeah, that's the way I'm interpreting.
Is that right, Isabel? Are you in her body? Like a walk-in or?
Not like me when I had my hair cut and I could see my mother in the mirror. It's not like that.
Similar, very similar.
Similar. Yeah. I don't know if Isabella's right here.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Ellen. Nice to see you, dear.
Yeah,
And
my
Swampy.
canine accessory. Here's the grizzly bear.
Oh my God, so adorable.
Oh,
And
you're
her.
such a baby.
Look at that face.
I
Oh,
know.
so cute.
Colors.
He was
Yeah,
black when I
it's
first got him.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Now he's
But
older.
you'd never know he's 10 years old. He acts like he's 2.
Uh-huh. Well,
Precious.
Yeah.
I don't think Imelda's here, so I
don't think so either.
I'm not Imelda. Isabel. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Well,
Do we want to move on or you want to read it? Oh, there
well,
she
you
is.
guys can read it if you want.
there
Oh,
she
is she
is.
here?
She's here.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
All right,
she's here.
Isabel. All right. Yeah. Thank you, honey.
Yeah.
So we were asking the question, you're in your mother's body? Give us a little clarity on that because we're
Or you're
not-
hanging out with her body.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Mary, that's a cute dog. That Coton de Tulier. That's a very cute little dog.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, the cutest.
Yeah. Uh-huh. All right. So we're still waiting for your answer, Isabel. Maybe she
Maybe she's on the TV or something tonight.
Yeah, that's
Having
possible.
a hard time.
Oh, yeah.
The soul card. So
Oh.
kind of looking at yourself in the mirror.
Oh.
And you know, if you are doing a walk-in with her body or trying it on, it's just a suit. No, her body is moving. So she's
Okay.
she's alive.
She's alive in your dream.
Okay.
And she's trying to communicate with you.
Yeah.
And that bothers you? That bothers you, Isabel? Because I think yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Whoops. I just dropped the cards. Go ahead.
That's it.
Finish.
I just think that she wants to communicate with you, but she doesn't want you to be fearful of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
it's
do too.
because, Isabel, you think you have to prove yourself. Because she's your mother.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
And regardless
Yep.
of how old you
How
are.
long it's been. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And this is an opportunity for you to have strength renewed and just be able to stand up. I'm good. Thanks, Ma.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Rossi, you're right. There's probably some unresolved issues that you know with mom. I get passion, so between revisiting you and not trying to get you to communicate, it's actually a visitation that you're having,
Mhm.
and you may be uncomfortable with that, but she
Yeah.
wants to communicate.
I get Isabel that she knows you're in tune. She knows that she can reach you. Because I pulled awaken. She knows that you're awake, that you'll but she doesn't want to scare you.
Mhm.
I got calm, that she's really kind of wants to, almost like, I don't know if there was something that happened, but it's almost like she wants to make amends, and she wants to be there to comfort and support you now, from the other side, more so than when she was able to do while she was here on earth.
Mhm. Yep.
And there too, if it's really bothering you, you just talk to her like you would your mom, and just say, you know what, it's a little bit much. You're going to have to pump the brakes a little bit.
Oh, she says, and I just see her body. At that length of time, it's probably a lot to come back to this density, Isabel.
It is. That's a long time ago. Yeah.
It would be hard for her to be.
Sure.
I would think it would be hard for her to be really.
My mom passed in '88, and I rarely dream about her
Yeah.
because she's so far out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? And she could be,
Yeah.
back on Earth again. And
Yeah,
or
so
another
what's
planet.
trying to come through is the apparition of who she once was.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It might be somebody that you know. She might want to tell you she's back and she's somebody that you know. She could be a baby or yeah.
I like that. Yes, I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
It was formulating. Maybe
Yeah.
I was picking up you.
Mhm. Teri,
Oh, I did. I pulled a card
you
at
did.
the beginning. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, she's having phone issues, but we just want you to know,
Yeah.
dear, she wants to communicate with you. And so if you feel comfortable with that, if you don't, you must say, Mom, please don't come back until I'm ready for you to come back and to communicate. But I don't think I'd send her away if you can deal with that. I think she wants to make more mememories with you, dear. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they can, Mirella. They can come back. We can come back in the same, some people have passed. Actually, there was a young boy that's 8, and I saw him on some show, and he was the reincarnation of a man who died in 9/11, and he was born like 5 years later. And so it can happen. It can happen.
Yeah.
Valerie, I think that the Khotan is part of the breed of dog.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yep. All right. So I want to make sure that I go to Emily here. She was hanging out on a seaside cliff with a friend of hers who has now passed over. As the night went on, we began to hear chanting voices getting louder and louder, and one voice stood out as an old woman. We left in a rush, terrified. Who or what was that?
Step into the light. Your friend is crossing. the rest of the way.
Well, and I'm wondering, is this seaside cliff a dream, or was this an experience and you thought it was more like an appearance? That's all I want clarity on. So
Yeah.
let us know, Emily, please. But yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. Oh, really, Charlie? You think you died in the 40s and reborn in yeah, I think a lot of us boomers. And I know Diana, her own experience. She was a child in Auschwitz, and then she came back maybe 9 or 10 years later, or
Well,
maybe
less than that, because I came back in 49 and I died near the end of the war.
Oh,
She's saying it was real life.
I thought it was real life, but the person that you were with has passed now. But
Yeah.
it was the chanting or the noise. It wasn't a dream. It was more like an appearance. That's all right, Emily. Yeah. So you heard chanting voices. You could have been. Somebody might have been doing a ceremony close by to you, and of course, if you're hanging out on this cliff and it's nighttime, voice carries at night. So, what do you gals think?
It could be a memory of the space too. Sometimes,
Okay.
energy will stick around, and there'll be an
True.
imprint there.
Uh-huh.
So it could be a memory of what was already there.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be. Yeah.
I pulled prepare that it was in preparation of her passing. The voice though, I really I almost wonder if it was like an ancestor, or just in preparation of what was going to happen.
Yeah, it feels sacred.
I think
Yeah,
this
it
card
does.
can help you with that because it's closure.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get forgive. I get forgive.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. You
I got
remember the
approve.
moment. You got
Approve.
Approve.
Yeah.
So I think you were right there, Kelly, with all of that for sure.
Yeah, I do too. And it's very, it's very important. You will never forget sitting there with that friend and hearing that noise and hearing that woman, because if it had just been a regular night, it would have been nice. You would have been having a good time with your friend, but this made you always remember it.
Yeah.
Right?
It could also have been her ancestors calling her.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, it's really cool.
Anja,
interesting, Emily.
Yeah.
Got a good statement here. She says, I'm always wondering who all these very, very young, extraordinarily talented concert pianists were going to pass.
Oh, definitely.
Right? I played cello.
Uh-huh.
I was phenomenal.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I love the cello. But unless you give me red, green, yellow, blue, and mark each string and mark each piece of tape everywhere, you'll never see me play the cello, because I can't do that now. But once upon a time, so I think you're seeing yourself as one of those very talented concert pianists.
Oh, Emily's saying.
Oh, Emily.
It took us so long.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Yep. But that will never be out of your mind. You had a special time with your friend. And even though it was odd or whatever, I don't know. There are things they say that when people get down to their last moments in life and they ask, what was your best memory or whatever? Most people don't say, oh, it was the day I got married or I had my kids. It's like I had a beautiful day out in the sunshine with my friends, and we were laughing and having tea together, or some crazy thing that isn't, it's just regular stuff. It's regular stuff.
Yeah. And when you're close to leaving, your frequency is close to the frequency you're going to. So whether it be fifth dimension or sixth dimension or whatever. So that could have been there from the fifth dimension or something that chanted too.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Wow, that's awesome.
So cool.
Thank you for sharing. That's awesome. So we have Anya. Her mom started her Alzheimer's journey in the early 90s. She was early 60s, passed in 2012. What kept her here so long? It was our journey together. Well, that's probably a past life, karmic clearing or something, wouldn't you say? Maybe caregivers.
Her inability to communicate doesn't mean she was gone.
Right.
Right. You know,
Right.
There's a lingering glimmer, like the glow on a match when you blow it out. And those moments of that, just the language is gone. I can't remember the words, but I know this is blah blah blah, but they can't get it out because it's fleeting. But it's like someone in a coma can still hear you.
Yeah.
Yes, they can. Yeah, absolutely. It was a gift, maybe. Yeah, you're right, Annie. Yeah. And you received this gift.
Yeah, it's like it feels like that gift, Anya, is like a huge boon for your development of being the caregiver and being such a beautiful caregiver for your mom. It's like you were kind of honored with that, and it's kind of like it kind of jumps you in a way in your soul development. Yeah, the calm, the stillness within.
Yeah,
just like we were talking about.
And I got this reflect.
Oh, I love that.
Right?
Yeah.
And this is your opportunity reflecting on now all of that.
Yeah.
But you must have been thinking about it before, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably something you reflect on a lot.
There's a wonderful documentary that I watched one time, and it was about a man who was unresponsive. He was in an Alzheimer's wing, and he just sat, and people would talk to him, and he never came out of that fog. And somebody said that he liked music from like the 30s and 40s, and he was a black man, so he liked that kind of music. And so they got all his favorite music, and they gave him a headset with all his music, and he started to sing.
Love it.
And you really got to know that, they do have the capacity, but it has to be what maybe they did. And Keith met this lady whose mother was a concert pianist, and she had some laser treatment on her head that he was working with. And she got up from her chair, and she said, she went over to the piano, she opened the piano, and she started playing. And she hadn't done that for years. So I really believe that they can hear everything, they can see everything, but they're sort of anesthetized, I guess, like you've been anesthetized.
Yeah, and don't they always say also that it's the distant things you did in your childhood you remember, but it's the recent memory that fades?
Yeah. Yep. That's true. That's very true. She said usually people with early onset pass more quickly. She laughed at a joke, even though she was nonverbal. Yeah. Wow.
It feels like she was pretty happy, Anya. Like, sometimes if we've had a life where we've had to take care of a lot of people or we worry a lot about taking care of people, right? Maybe it's not the work so much as it's the worry. And then they're at that space of dementia where you just surrender.
Yeah.
And personally, I look at it as, I guess it's because I've had enough autistic children in my classroom that I just see this as autism for adults.
Yeah. Very possible. I love that. There is a connection with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jules, I'm so happy that you had that. She went in and her dad was in the hospital, and she told him it was her birthday, and he sang to her. I love that so much. Thank you for telling me that. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Okay, so she came alive when listening to big band. Yeah, my father did too. He listened to a lot of that when he was dying. Yeah.
And she Right. I've seen a woman on YouTube begin dancing to Swan Lake.
Yeah.
They had
Yeah.
she had been a prima ballerina.
Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you, Anya. I hope that
well,
go ahead, Kelly. Yeah. Sorry.
Anja, I got strength. And so I think part of the reason that she hung around is she wanted to make sure that you were strong enough. And you know, when she passed. And so I think it was I think that was part of it. Is she wanted to make sure that you were strong. And then I also heard we got to trust the timing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. That sure. Yeah.
That
just
would happen.
Surrender. Yeah.
And Anya just lost her brother. He passed
Right.
Oh,
too
that's
long ago.
right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
A month ago or something, honey.
Yep.
So
So
sorry.
Anya thinks that makes sense, Diana. So
Okay.
that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Wildflower. Yes, doesn't Kelly's hair look adorable? She kind of
Oh.
looks like she's a
Darla.
a movie star. Yeah, she
Right?
does.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you.
All right, so Jules, it's your turn. So you dreamt your mom found a box of crystals and she pulled out a 10-inch or more solid pink crystal angel. Gorgeous. She just swooped in and found it and gave it to her.
I love
Yay.
that.
That's a love message.
Wow.
You know where I can take this, right? What about that big 10-inch?
Oh,
This has
but
been
you-
2 weeks of that song getting a lot of play.
I know. We had some crazy songs back in the day. But you know, Jules, I love that because there must be an angel that is pink out there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
isn't it
isn't it-
Jophiel?
Yophiel? Yeah.
Is Raphael?
No, Yophiel.
Jophiel.
Jophiel.
Jophiel. Okay. Yeah. Check out Jophiel. He wants to work with you. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I got surrender and release, Jules. So like letting go. If you're still carrying some pain around from that, and you know, grief is the thing that we never forget, right? We always carry a part of it.
Yeah.
But she's giving you something to replace it with. She's giving you a gift of this pink crystal angel. So just amazing. Yeah. Divine timing. So it's like this is just the right time for this to be happening for you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
I get she's your angel. She's your angel. And she swooped in, gave it to you to let you know that, you know what, I'm here for you, Julie. I have never left your side. I will be with you. And the pink, I go to pink quartz. And so, you know, she's right there close to your heart.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. I got, this is always, we connect so much together with these things. I got empathetic star seed, and it reminds me of the little ballerina inside the jewelry box.
Oh, yes.
Always had a pink velvet lining.
Yeah.
And then this is to help you through your earth school. And look, the pink cloud that is wrapped around her legs as she jives into earth school.
Yeah.
Just what you said.
Yeah. Wow. That's great.
I got barrier, and I think what it means is all the barriers have been lifted, Julie. That, you know, if there was anything that was preventing her from getting through, they're all gone, and she's right there by your side.
Nice.
Yeah. And that pink quartz is really good for the high heart.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Really beautiful.
Rose quartz.
Mm-hmm.
Big chunks of rose quartz. Very protective and soothing.
Yeah.
Mary Starchan's talking about the Chiquita banana song, but I know this. I'm Chiquita banana and the
And I
bird
love
to
to
say.
say,
But there's that other
you
one,
know,
Deo, right? Deo.
yeah,
You say Deo. Daylight
Not
come,
Deo.
Deo.
everyone go home.
Oh
Well,
yeah, yep, yep.
You want to
Yeah.
get rid of your teacher the easy way. Just peel a banana,
Yes.
throw it on the floor. Watch your teacher slide under the door.
Oh God, you
I'm
know we're
amazed.
crazy at this
Welcome
point.
to the 50s.
Oh, oh,
Oh,
wow. Mary.
I love Shakespeare slumping in a chair and napping. He wakes up and says, "Write it."
I love
Mary,
it.
Mary is so good at stuff like that. Mary, I hope you are
Uh-huh.
writing down the things that you say in group because it's amazing.
Mhm.
And are you writing it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. It is Dreamtime karaoke. Yeah, the Banana Boat song. That's
Yeah.
right.
Dale, Dale. Daylight come and me
Oh,
I
wanna
want to
go
go
home.
home.
daylight.
that-
Nighttime come and we want to go bed.
Yeah. Right.
Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana.
Or
You
tell
guys
you
have good memory. I see. I mean, it's all familiar, but there'd be no way I could remember the words.
Well,
I know,
guess
but
what's going to happen to me when I
a lot of
reach
it's
my
useless
autistic
information.
time of
I've been told so many times, Allie, you know so much useless information, but I can
I
always
love
win
it.
Trivial Pursuit. I can do that. Yeah.
I
Excellent.
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go. Harry Belafonte. Yep.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sir Harry Belafonte.
Sir Harry. Well, we had fun. I think we
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
fun.
That was
So
lovely.
thank you. Thank
was
you to
great.
all the new folks that are here. We're glad to have you. We do have different channels, all of us, and all of them are right up here and they're in the channel notes. We have where to
Yep.
go to find us.
Yep.
And we're here every Tuesday night, at least some of us, you know, we have at least two of us here, if we're not all four here.
Yep.
And bring your dreams. Bring your
Yeah.
dreams.
I
Yeah.
remember the movie too, Scott.
Uh-huh.
The
Thanks,
original-
J Cat Lady. I'm glad your mom was like that too. I don't feel so weird now. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Terry. Thank you, Diana. Thanks, Kelly. Thanks,
Thank you,
everybody.
Allie.
And I love
Yeah.
you all.
Love you
Yep.
guys. Have a beautiful
you.
sleep,
Oh,
everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Crying times
Dreams.
are sad.
All right.